Welcome back to another Thursday on the Pagan Perspective. I'm your Thursday host, Yeka, and this week we are talking about meme magic. Also, typically on this channel, we are giving advice or our opinions or that sort of thing um, to folks who write into us. But this week, I want to ask you some advice. So I'm going to talk about that at the end of the video if you want to stay tuned for that and let me know what you think in the comments. But anyways, back to the specific topic this week. I don't have it right in front of me, but the gist of it was basically look at this thing called meme magic, and there were some links, and those will be in the description box below if you want to check that out. And what do we think about them? Do we think that, as people who do believe in magic, what's our opinion? Do we think things like that could really work or not? And just, our general sense of the topic. Um, so, to start with, when I took a look at those links, it was pretty clear that it's that all of that was really created in jest. It's doesn't seem like it's something that people seriously believe in. It's just one of those internet things. And one of the links suggested that 4chan was involved in that sort of thing, and so you can't really take anything that comes out of that corner of the internet with any sort of seriousness, in my opinion. But going to a kind of more let's say stepping back into like a kind of a broader idea about could you do magic through memes, through repeating images over and over again on the internet or in other places. I think that that comes back to a sort of broader topic, which we talk about a lot on this channel, that comes down to what you believe magic is or isn't and how it works. And I think that there's a lot of different things that people call magic. Um, the form that I like has to do with setting intention, and I think you can set intention um, and express that intention and try and communicate to a deeper part of ourselves than necessarily the part that thinks with words, a part that still understands and is active, um, but a little bit harder to access consciously, and symbols and pictures and things like that are able to speak to that a lot stronger. And that's what I think ritual is often about. Ritual is about communicating with that part of ourselves and that part of others. So, could one use images and repeat them over and over again as a form of magic? I certainly think so. What influence, what effect that would have on someone else, um, I think depends a lot on that person. I think that people who are receiving the image still have a lot of agency and what it means to them. They've, as I was saying, they've got agency in that. They've got a lot of influence. Um, in terms of somebody who does practice what I call magic, um, am I bothered that there are people doing these kind of joke things out there? Not really. It really doesn't change what I do. Um, it doesn't make it's not a big difference to me. I don't particularly care, you know. I think that people practice magic whether they call it that or not. Um, and it's, it's, I don't think it's as destructive as um, some of the media portrayal, I can't say that word, um, of witches or pagans or people like that um, in a really negative light. So um, that's kind of my sense on it. I'm not too worried about it. Um, but I did want to, first off, open that up to the comments if you folks have any. I know that you've already been saying lots of things. Um, Let's see if she'll let us see her. This is the neighbor cat, Miss Lucy. I'm not sure. Can you see her? I think you can see her. Anyways, open that up. I know you guys have been talking about it in the comments sections on the other videos already, but if you have something to add, please feel free to add it here. And then what I mentioned at the beginning of the video was I was actually looking for some advice from other pagans or folks who are just interested, who don't consider themselves pagans but do watch this. And that is Easter's coming up. And we have a young child. Now, she's too young to really be able to remember anything at this point, but we are talking about, what we want to do as a family. And we've talked about how the Wheel of the Year is something important that we want to have. But what we're really not sure what to do about is the other holidays, which are culturally significant, whether you are a Christian or not. Um, Easter is kind of in, it's part of our culture. And we celebrate the spring equinox, which happens just before and has a lot of overlap. And there are some other holidays that are similar, like Christmas or Halloween, those that have a lot of overlap with holidays that are within the Wheel of the Year. So we're trying to figure out, well, how do we handle that? How do we, because it seems like a little bit of holiday overload, and there's such strong traditional parallels between them. Um, do you folks have any suggestion on how, as a whole, as a family raising children, to balance the cultural holidays of the society with the Wheel of the Year? I would love to know your suggestions in the comments below, and in a couple of days, I'll be doing a video response on my personal channel to your responses. So there we go. Hope you have a wonderful week, and see you next time.